all reading it.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Confidence. Its one-year mission to train the next generation of Starfleet, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to help all go where no one has gone before. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nat 13 Star Trek Ascended.
Star Trek Ascended!
I am your Game Master, Augustin, and with me, as always, this time of week, are the wonderful members of the Strike Team. Say hello, everyone!
I'm Strike Team! Fuck yeah!
You've used your run.
People.
You keep on wasting it. I'm gonna be in a comatose this session!
I'm comatose. As last we saw the members of Strike Team, after the funeral of Chief Science Officer Jumbo, making your way back to the ship, and unfortunately a Q incursion appeared. You were all, of course, forced to live through each other's bodies and memories and skill sets, having to not only work your way around helping repair the Confidence, but fighting off some Breen soldiers as Q dropped you in. And apparently, thanks to some lucky high rolls, convince him that we learned our lesson. Leave us alone. As you all finishing up, receiving the orders from the higher-up Captain McTavish that you all are thankfully able to start heading towards the Alpha side of the Alpha Quadrant to look into an old Klingon Empire warlord, I assume would be the word, now more or less a pirate. Before you got there, the Al, having dealt with now being in a body that relies heavily on emotion and just basic understanding of pathos to survive, Val has gone into a bit of what we shall call a mind arrest. Not true heart attack, but a bit of an internal struggle.
A stroke.
Thankfully, on the way, you guys are passing towards the area where Vulcan is, and that is where we're going to pick up this session. Quite literally, with Val in the medbay. As you are all sitting there, Val is completely now out. There's no movement, and in fact, for anyone that would be looking at her vital signs, it would appear as if Val was dead. But thankfully, deep within the subconscious, there seems to be a bit of brain activity going on to help show that no, whatever's happening to this body, it has reached a point of what we might call shutdown. What I will then ask all of you that are here, what would you be doing in this moment? Besides that, I know.
We're already on the way to Vulcan, right? The entire Confidence is...
The entire Confidence. It's very much you guys will have an easy, we can just hop out on the way and catch up. They're going to be...
So are we taking our shuttle, the bag rats down?
Yeah. You would be able to take the bag rats.
I'd head over and just get it prepped, make sure we're all packed up.
Gotcha. You'll start packing up the bag rats. Is there anything else people would do just before leaving the ship? Ooh, maybe I should grab something, say something, little things like that.
While we're in the med bay, I'm gonna check in with the Shaw girl to see if she ever...
check in with Alice.
Ruby.
I would probably... Would you say that that's what you're doing, or...?
Yeah, I would just...
I'd loop with him real quick, just because of everything that happened with Alice last week.
You guys, Lupin, I just rolled, thankfully, luck check-wise, Alice is working this shift right now. In the medbay, coming over, you see Alice, who was currently just helping take inventory of a couple last-minute persons who received some injury, whether through training or whatnot on the last mission. Looks up just, hello, Commander, Lieutenant, what can I do for you?
You don't need to do that.
I actually kind of do. I am an ensign.
As a superior officer, do not salute me. That's my command to you.
Okay, sure. Personal command, I won't salute you. Well, how are you guys doing? What can I help with?
Pretty good. Just checking in on any updates, if you ever found that Ruby, seeing kind of what the situation, if you guys know anything.
Well, I guess you could talk to her. She's off shift right now.
Okay. Good luck.
You still live like Opal. Look.
Well, it's less like a salute and more
I know,
like a
that was
see you
just too
later,
funny.
dude.
We don't salute. Bye.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, apparently, the Ruby is off shift right now. Turns. Are you also talking with Ruby, or?
No, I couldn't care less about that. Hey, you've had a little bit of time with my blood now. What the hell's up?
Well, let's be honest. Your basic stuff. I've started looking into maybe what's causing a bit of your stunted growth, shall we say?
You have that list yet?
You're stunted.
Do you want to take a seat?
We're the same height, and I'm stunted. If I change my diet, you're getting shorter, bud.
I'm half
This
the
is
size
actually
of I should
canon.
be,
We
so-
figured this out last time and guest starred.
A D8 and a D4.
Nope.
D12.
D12.
Oh yeah, no, sorry.
Gibbon.
my bad.
Um,
Roll for length.
Alice kind of like sits you down. Just so I've started looking.
Roll for jam.
As far as I can tell,
Roll for 42.
I don't think it's anything in your diet, as well as your basic biological scans show that you still rely on, of course, oxygen, basic nutrition. You are eating balanced diets, correct?
Rats.
Yeah.
Lots of protein.
Lots of protein. I have fruits in the form of juice. I juice a lot.
You mean alcohol or juice?
No, straight up juice. There is a lot of alcohol as well, but those are grains. Come on, Miss Shaw, you should know that.
Well, that's the thing. It's alcohol doesn't seem to affect you. Your body does need quite a bit of protein, as far as I can tell.
Mhm.
Some of your biology seems to just be stopping you.
So do I have to ascend or something?
No, oh no. This isn't a religious thing. This is biological. Your biology is being stunted by your biology.
Okay, I'll come back when you know something.
Okay, I do. I just don't know how to say this, but there parts of your DNA are what stopped you. As if, Gibbon, if I'm putting this very lightly, I have a decent understanding of what you are. I don't think you want to know.
Okay. Thanks. See you later.
Okay, just let me know if anything else I could try to help you with.
Oh yeah, you could tell me what you know. But if that's not gonna happen, I'll just head it. I don't care that much. But that's like the only...
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check. Because you know, I will say based on yesterday.
Yeah, that's a nat 1. I'm gonna use my point of inspiration.
Go for it.
It's a 9. Not a nat 1. So that's
Alice looks at you and just. You're not any one race. It definitely seems that whatever your genetic code came from is of 2, maybe even more beings. I think you might have a bit of Imperium Galactic clone in you.
Sounds cool to me. So, is there any way I can unblock my DNA?
That's what I've been looking into. I know this is a lot to just kind of dump. I didn't want to do it yesterday on the mission, but when you were looking into, of course, some of your biology, whomever your parents are, one of them could very well have been a Imperium clone. I don't know what the rest of your DNA markup is. Simply that it's reacting, well, violently.
Sweet. Is it putting me in danger, or is it just kind of plateauing me?
We don't know. Ensign Nemorum is the only other clone I've ever even heard of, let alone been able to work with. And he's, well, shall we say, the Galactic Imperium made their soldiers to be perfect.
Wow.
And so I think it makes sense that whatever this DNA is, it's simply the fact that it's not the Galactic Imperium code that's reacting violently. It might cause a problem one day, or you might live a full, healthy life. But as we know, the Galactic Imperium soldiers live for thousands of years. So would that be elongated or stunted?
Cool. I'll go talk to Nemorum about it, see if I can get some of his blood.
Gibbon, you can always talk to me, and I'll keep looking into this for you.
I appreciate that. See you around, kiddo.
Also, I'm still here, but I wanted to
Just
clear this up
awkward in
before
the
I
background.
left. I'm not talking to the
yeah,
Ruby.
Yeah, no,
I was just trying to find out if she roofied me, but...
Yeah, something was gonna happen between them, and I was like, go for it, bros.
And then
it
I woke
didn't,
up.
and
Yeah,
it
I
was-
told you this.
Yeah, you're not
Just
roofied.
wanted to clear it up.
I think you just
Not...
may be repressing something.
Are we all?
No, I mean, like, and you can and leave.
As we walk away, I think I put a hand on her shoulder and be like, it's alright. She is one of Shaw's kids after all.
That's
punch
true.
her in the shoulder.
I will say at this point,
And apparently, like...
this is hilarious because she's right there. Commander Jamie, are you gonna take your friend? And you kind of like both stop. Val's still on the bed behind you.
Oh, is she ready to be...
Are we
I
there?
thought-
I thought you were taking her.
Oh, I
pretty much
thought there was
exactly how
still
it works
crap.
in my
If she's ready, yeah, sure. I just sling her over my shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
You can take a bed.
No, that's all right.
I'll just, like...
I'll start
take one
going
of the
crazy.
folded up beds, just like...
Well,
I'll just...
at this point, you watch Commander Jamie, the chief medical officer, comes to you, Dahina. Can I put you in your? Can I put Val in your charge on this mission?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Well, have a good day.
Okay, thank
Shuffles
you.
off, immediately taking out care of a lot more patients in the med bay.
I've got her, Greenie. Don't worry. You do whatever you gotta do. I'll get her strapped in.
No, I'm gonna stay with her.
Oh, okay, let's go.
You got the bag.
the bed.
Oh, the bed.
I'll grab
So
the bag
you put
too.
the bed on one shoulder, the bag on the other. You throw Val, fireman carry over the shoulders.
No, not fire. Like one shoulder.
Oh, just one
Sack of
shoulder.
potatoes.
A singular
Sack of potato
shoulder.
style. Just all right.
Stack of rice.
Sack of rice.
But no, I.
Do I have to make a
Belly
contract to not
rice.
lose the contents of my stomach?
Belly
Because
up.
they've been throwing
So-
me around. Okay.
It's like flipping like.
What? I will say because as we head over to the
If I
transport.
could communicate with you guys, maybe you should bring back in some decorum, or else my family will kill me.
No, we'll see.
Well, you can't, so...
We'll see.
Over the shoulder.
You can't over the
That's
shoulder.
not how Gibbon works.
Bag of rats. Bag of rats.
Bag of rats. Bag of rats.
Alrighty. Let's.
I definitely changed that in the
Head
computer
on
the instant we
over.
get there.
Oh,
Where did my sheet go? There we go. We're dealing with a lot of secrets today.
Yay.
Thankfully, the transport goes fast. You were already heading there, easy enough to drop out of warp. And you know already because they the ship was going to keep investigating some nebulae clouds with some reports of like marked planets for exploration that are coming up on the other side. They're able to drop you off, and they'll be only at about warp 1. So it actually, with your current with the bag of rats, be able to catch up to them since you can reach about warp 5 yourself for a certain amount of time. Heading in,
7.
let's pull up.
Bag of rats just explodes.
Well,
I don't want Gibbon to die.
Sal comes back to a completely new party. We're the strike
Can
team.
you imagine?
well,
That
who
would
are
be
you? Where are your
so-
strike to? Oh
so
no!
funny. Oh,
We can just
brutal.
pretend to do that for
That
the
would
first,
be
like,
the
5 minutes of the
scariest
next-
thing of like you go into a coma, wake up, and just everyone, where are your strike team? I don't know you people.
Just we should just do that for like the first 10
Well,
minutes
but
of the next.
Sal's not
sentence.
in a coma. They're on a secret mission for Captain, right?
Oh, Sal! I thought you were
Sal.
talking about Val. I'm like,
No.
That would be funny too.
that would be hilarious.
We would leave a note
But,
for
like,
Al.
For Sal, when Izzy comes back, just pretend to do that for like the first 5
Here we
minutes.
go. Sorry, I'm just pulling up
Oh yeah, we all died.
names
We're
and
your new
stuff.
strike team.
Dude, that would be so funny, but that would hurt.
If it actually happened, yeah. We
There
can
we
all
go.
jump in the ocean and come back to life.
So, as you all see Vulcan appearing in the distance,
Be sacrificed in the Mayan temple. Sorry, continue.
you're good. It's just caught
I'm
me
not
off guard.
on
I'm
my
like,
meds.
what? Appearing out of the blackness of space, Vulcan is a beautiful planet, a little more arid and human than our own, a lot more rocky. Seeing the planet emerge, we find ourselves.
Would you like a lemonade?
No, thank you. I'm good.
We find ourselves.
You find yourselves coming on the planet's surface. Immediately, you will. We good?
I'm
We
unconscious
good,
and
gang?
I'm saying stop.
We good?
Take 2 seconds to giggle.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you. That's all
Yeah,
I need.
that's what I We are on one, man. This is hilarious. Us as people are just giggling and like in real game, like
Yeah,
Val's like
dying.
and we're all like, "What's gonna happen?" And we're like,
Okay.
"That's funny." No. Easy enough to check Val's personal like coordinates, documentation of where they're from, who her parents are. You will be able to immediately make your way to Val's home on Vulcan. As you approach, given I'm assuming, unless said otherwise, that you are of course piloting the Baggarats.
Yep.
You are going to receive a communication coming up from the planet's surface.
Sweet.
Would you like to answer or just kind of?
Oh, I thought it was just like gonna pop up. I have
Oh,
the
yeah.
choice of.
This
I
is
would,
a choice.
I would definitely answer. Yup.
Immediately, you see a very graying-haired, middle-aged Vulcan male. Excuse me, are you a member of the USS Confidence with Starfleet?
Yeah, we absolutely are.
Excellent. This is, of course, the designation that my daughter Val is serving on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
I
This is
grabbed the
convenient.
camera
She's dying.
and put.
Please, bring her
Felt-
to our home immediately.
Too many
Alright, can you shoot
emotions.
me the address?
It sends you exact coordinate, like where to find him.
Yeah, do you want us to park on the lawn or like...
You s-
If I was
that would be
conscious
highly
of
illogical.
history-
We do have a transport shuttle area.
Oh,
Perfect.
perfect.
He
Just
is going.
imagine like a White House down situation where it's like...
Right, yeah.
I'm just gonna do like a.
You realize
Right,
that
a
the
tiny report.
exact location he sends you is not, in fact, Val's true home, but a little ways off, and you all see the Vulcan Science Academy.
Yay.
The guy
Um,
who lives here? Dang, this place is nice.
More that this is where Val's father was working. Introducing himself as Jolas, Jolas would bring you all in, immediately landing to... Please, bring Val this way.
Yeah,
Take her
got
to
it.
one of
I
those.
wrote like kind of the details of what happened.
Please
on
put
a
my
piece of
daughter on a
paper.
bed.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
no,
fine.
I would absolutely.
I would
make him put
highly
her on
ask
the
you
bed
to put her on a bed.
It'll be much slower
If you do not put her on
Give
a
it.
bed, I will vaporize you.
This guy's acting illogically.
Give it,
Yeah,
put her on
okay,
the bed.
okay. She was fine on the Confidence. I just like flop her on it. Like-
It's a bar horse.
I'm going to knock the shit out of her in the
Little bit of
first place
bleeding
back
anyway, so
there.
like...
Yes. Jolas, then it would seem logical that you stay with the ship. You two have yet to provide any insult to my family. You may come with me.
I wrote details of
Insult.
what happened.
Thank you. Immediately going through,
I get back on the ship.
of
Kick
course,
my feet on the dash.
Val has been inside of someone else's consciousness dealing with their emotions. This is truly a horrid scenario. Please come with me. Bringing through you, walking through the Vulcan Science Institution. There's so many Vulcans. You actually do see a couple there. What seems to be humans. Even actually passing by a quick Romulan. It's not like, wait, was that a Vulcan? A lot of people are here. This is very much like a prestigious institution. Eventually leading into what you could consider a personal, like, med lab laboratory. Jolas instructs you to put Val down. was there anything in particular that set off Val's, shall we say, emotional distress?
Well, getting put into my body, where I freely use emotion, was the big trigger, but then decided to go through my memories and encountered a bunch of just overload of my whole life.
Fascinating.
I stayed on the shuttle, but didn't she also kill somebody?
Oh, and
I don't know if that was what you were gonna say, but
I forgot about that. Actually.
while in my body, we encountered a scenario in which Val had to kill an enemy. The first one that they killed.
And once in her own body, she did partake of cannabis.
Don't you dare rat me out to my parents.
I'm ratting you
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
How dare you?
You took drugs.
Also, kids, don't lie to your doctors.
Don't lie to your doctors, everyone.
Yeah, so took cannabis.
An earth drug combined with, of course, the act of taking a life.
Calm.
High emotions that it
Yeah.
seems Val
Wait a
was not
second.
prepared
What
for.
were the edibles? Were they brownies?
I think they were gummies.
They were like
actually.
gummies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we
must
confirmed
not
that. They
chocolate.
were,
Okay, yeah, I was like,
Okay.
yes,
okay,
important
I'm
to
not.
know.
Don't mix your stimulants, kids.
Don't mix.
And
You
why?
see
I
though.
thought cannabis was a depressant, not a stimulant.
But still, I suppose to have two depressants
It's
on
a-
the same
yeah.
without having proper.
Don't-
I've also
Drugs.
seen, depending on the strains
Don't-
you try
don't
to, you
drugs
can
or
get a
mixing.
upper lower version. Anyway, we're
Don't
not
you
gonna
think
do
Scully
that
waits for the
on in
25?
this session.
All right.
I'm
Joel is
sure
just-
Val's over 20. Oh, I know.
I thank you for this information and realize it was highly rude of me not to ask your names so that we may communicate better.
I am I'm
Fahina?
lieutenant, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm Lieutenant Shroud.
Excellent.
Shrek?
Shroud.
Shrell.
LTG.
You're not here.
Black Opal.
Excellent. Lieutenant Junior Grade, Lieutenant Black Opal, and Shrell. Well,
I threw your body on a chair.
while I cannot say I'm surprised, unfortunately Val made... you see at this point, Joel has stopped. We highly advise Val before entering any sort of higher learning and position in the galaxy to embark on her Colonar. To purge the emotion, as Val has always been a Vulcan of, shall we say, different temperament. It was quite troubling to us as her family, and we did advise and gave logical reasoning to her embarking on the Colonar to help her. She chose not to do so and chose to enter Starfleet, both of which may have been what aggravated this episode. You see Jolas has started immediately on his personal data pad looking at different specs, pulling up medical history of Val growing up. To the best of my understanding, I believe we might need to go into her mind to help bring her out.
You mean
Okay.
a mind meld?
Indeed. Are you
Isn't that
familiar with
dangerous?
mind melding?
Barely.
Mind melding is something that, while dangerous, with Val, without the proper training that she could have received here at the Science Institution, I do not believe that Al would have the proper mental strength to pull herself out in this moment. But if by mind melding with myself and other members of her crew, I believe her subordinates, we might be able to create a better pathway connection for her to create psychic stability within her own emotions.
Wait, when you
Yes.
say other members of her crew, you mean we would be
That's
mind
us.
melding with Baal,
Spec-
going into her brain,
Specifically, yes.
and that's safe?
Given my current
Psychic
calculations,
fixers.
it is better than, of course, the probable leaving her in this state, which has a 85% chance of her being in coma for the next 20 to 30 cycles of Vulcan, or, of course,
Death.
10 years. Death, there's only a 15% chance, but, of course,
That's
that
still
number
chance.
does raise to 21.8% likely chance of death if we were to mind meld improperly. If we take the time and prepare, of course, with the proper treatment, that number drastically decreases to a 7% chance.
This is Elmer's
Well, let's
I
do
will
that.
not give it to people.
Oh, I I am 100% not there, but please somebody bring up the fact that her commanding officer is the guy that her dad told to stay behind. Like,
No, you're not my well, okay, for strike.
right.
But
anything that has to do with a dangerous situation, I'm in
And the
control.
team, technically.
Well, and so you see in this moment, Joel, I've already notified her mother, who will be here to, of course, increase our chances of success. I'm curious, of course, as to the circumstances of your team. Val has been, shall we say, rather unwelcoming in correspondence back to us about her times aboard the ship. I understand, of course, that she is a senior medical officer.
yes.
What are your positions?
So, for the... Is it weird that I'm talking since she's in...
He's
Yeah.
asking. This is open. He's just wondering
But
who's.
it's
Okay,
fine,
I
go
was
for
just
it.
like...
He's just wondering who's talking. Like,
Okay.
he just wants information right
Yes, so after we finished the tests and graduation, we, instead of being put on higher positions of sorts, we were put onto a strike team to handle different situations. We're kind of like the first of our... It's like a trial kind of a thing. We do have our positions in the ship, but in cases of emergency, we are tasked to kind of handle said situations. Our leader, or our team leader, was the one who was kind of irresponsible. Not kind of, irresponsible with your daughter's comatose body. He is good in kind of fights, but sometimes with medical and other
So my
things.
daughter was a
he's-
part of an elite trial test run of soldiers for the Federation to be sent out on dangerous missions.
Yes.
Yes,
That's a good way to put it.
is our
Fascinating.
head medical person in that situation. Completed a very important surgery on saving the life of an admiral, I think.
It is only logical. Val, of course, scores higher than any known being in the galaxy when it comes to the medical profession.
Actually,
Don't say,
on
don't
the
fucking
ship
say,
was
I'm
beat
in
out
the
by a
comatose.
Muppet.
What is a Muppet?
It's really hard to explain, but you know those really weird, like, puppet-looking...
This is a play on the word puppet from puppetry.
Yes.
My daughter
That-
lost the chief medical position to a puppet.
Yes. This is Shane smiling.
Also,
Black Opal would...
Gibbon had the same score as Val on all of the written tests. So. I'm not there, so we
Shut up.
can't enjoy this
Shut
in
up. I know.
character. So I'm just
Ah!
throwing it out there because it's making me laugh really hard.
You
It-
see,
it
Joel
was-
is...
Val is
weird
very
situation.
intelligent, and valued member of the team.
Yes, I assume so. At this moment, a Vulcan woman enters the room, who all of you immediately see the striking resemblance to Val. This is her mother, Trin. You see Trin. Hello, my name is Trin. I am Val's mother. Who are all of you?
I'm Lieutenant Shrell,
Lieutenant Shrell?
and this is Lieutenant Black Opal.
Lieutenant Black Opal. It's a pleasure, of course.
Go with
Now,
Lieutenant, it's
you
fine.
see Joel Trin, it is to the best of my calculations, we should perform a mind meld using some of her subordinates and fellow officers to be able to enter her psyche to help her rebuild the correct neural links to help her sustain her emotions. You see Trin, this is highly illogical. This would, of course, bring about closer cause of destruction if we were to do irreparable harm to her emotional state and psyche. Val, of course, could be lost forever to us in a deeper psychological coma. At this point, Jonas and Trent, they kind of get into a battle of words, shall we say. It's very much that quick back and forth. They're kind of talking, starting to just quit back and forth, different stats, different ideas, different medical terms, until you realize they're no longer talking. Both are just kind of looking at each other. Trent, is this the complete members of your crew?
We have one more, but they weren't...
He was asked to stay behind.
Well, please get him.
Okay. Phone in. Hey, you were requested by
Get back
Oh,
and
wait,
chips
that's
on the
not even
dash.
bad.
Yeah.
It's like
There-
half
there-
on
there we go.
here.
mother
That's not
to join.
Alright, I'm on my way.
Ease now, find your way in,
Turns
Gibbon.
down the radio so when we turn the car back on, it's not
Yeah,
loud.
right, yeah, it's classic technique. You
I can
walk
just
in.
imagine all of the Vulcans walking by, just seeing the space shuttle like in the middle of the.
Again, it's just
Yeah.
rolling in space.
Yeah. I'm
All of
sitting
them are
completely
looking
still,
just
just like it's like I look like I'm listening to like classical music, very calm, but it's like heavy metal Mongolian throat singing. Like- yeah.
Immediately, Gibbon walking in. Hello, I'm Trin Val's mother. Who are
Good to
you?
meet you. Commander Gibbon Don Shredder at your service.
Are you Val's superior?
Yes.
Excellent. Now, we will of course be performing a mind meld. Jolis and myself will be, shall we say, helping guide you through. You see, Jolis at this point kind of takes up that conversation. We believe that if either of us were to simply try to mind meld with Val, dire circumstances could of course occur. With her mental state being what it is, having not participated in a Kolinar, and not being, shall we say, ever truly a master of her own emotion, it could be quite dangerous for the both of us who have greater mastery to approach, shall we say, in a rough manner. Trin takes back up. We hope by mind melding with the three of you, you'll be able to enter into Val's mind, speaking with her there in a comforting scenario. You are some of her allies and fellow officers in Starfleet, and Val has never truly taken kindly to myself or Jolis in her own mind. Jolis says, when I send you into her mind, it should be a rather startling experience.
Wait, you're not going in with us. You're just
The
you're the
odds of-
shuttle.
The odds of success, if we stay behind to simply provide support and power to help put you into this mind meld, both greatly increase the chances of success and greatly decrease the chances of death.
Radical.
Inside of Val's mind, anything you see may or may not be real. Also, if at any point you find yourself in dire emergency, your mind may bring you back out. Of course, may bring. That is why both of us will be initiating the mind meld. If we can help bring you back out in case of dire emergency, you should be able to come out of Val's mind, but of course, it would then be impossible to put you back in while the others are there. Of course, if all of you are expelled from the mind for whatever reason, we do risk losing Val forever.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
We understand that this is highly irregular, and you see Trin, and illogical, but you see Jolis says, but we would rather not lose our daughter.
There's those emotions.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that we're all willing to do anything to help Val.
Thank you, Lieutenant Shaw.
I'll do this.
Commander John Treader, please.
Just being very
At this
honest.
point, they bring over some kind of reclining lounge-esque bed. Each of you
I
are
thought they
able
were
to
very
get in.
logical. I'm drawing my lines.
What you watch is, between all of you, Jolis helping kind of grab with Gibbon and Black Opal, Trin being able to help with Dahina, kind of leading into Val, all of them keeping the hands on you. Please, of course, be safe, and if you encounter resistance in the mind, remember that while you should feel free to defend yourself as they're merely manifestations, try not to cause intensive harm to any parts of her psyche that may or may not seem apparent. In this moment, I will kind of then say in what we would call the layman's terms of what's about to happen. You guys are going to be projected into Val's mind. You will have your character stats, abilities, even weapons as what is manifested around you. Should you fall to 0 hit points, you would of course not die, but you would have to be ejected from the mine for your own safety.
After death saving throws or before?
No death saves.
Second you hit
It's
0, you're
second
gone.
0, you're gone. We head into Val's mind. Each of you feel a rushing sensation of cool water and the sparking of neurons run up your spine into your heads. And find yourselves on the deck of the Confidence. Specifically on the bridge.
Is it like, are there people around or is it like an empty ship?
Just you three.
Are we able to talk to you guys?
Joyless?
I don't think that was his name.
Might as well be.
You guys don't
I don't
hear.
think we should be disparaging Baal's father while we're in her mind.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I the one who immediately upon having somebody bring my injured daughter to me, mocked them, told them to sit in the shuttle? Guy's a piece of shit. All I'm saying.
I mean, you
Yikes.
guys should have waited until we got a... Well, I guess the fact that we didn't get a response right away meant that they can't communicate with us.
Guy's a piece of shit. All I'm saying.
What if he can hear... What if you're just, like, saying that up there?
That would be really
Your body.
We cut it.
Piece of shit, piece of shit, piece of shit.
No, I'm sorry. You actually don't know what's going on in the, shall we say, outside world of Spawn. But the three of you are realizing it is kind of just an empty bridge right now. You're not hearing any other people, but it sounds like the ship. Warp core's humming along.
Does it look like all of our systems are running?
Go ahead and make me a perception check, anyone that wants to. Kind of check out the ship.
That's a 15.
15. Excellent. Would you like to make a perception check as well
I
for
don't know,
determining?
are we all supposed to?
Yeah, I'll say because each of you might find different things.
13.
13?
Plus 5.
Oh, 18.
Yes.
Not
I
at all.
forgot to grab my
it was that
phone.
nat 13.
Nat 13. I'll
Sorry.
say Nat 13 won't give you too many options right now. Not in a bad
That's
way.
fine.
So already a 15 or an 18, 15.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're totally fine.
So, what I'm thinking is that either in the med bay, playing head medical,
I was just an 8.
in the room,
8.
kind of just chilling.
Dahina, you realize, I will say, for example, you walk
Yeah,
up
sorry.
to one of the communication stations on the 8.
Thinking that might be
The
off with
closer
somebody.
you look at the station, the more you realize it is kind of unintelligible. As in, there's no real words, data, or graphs to be seen on a monitor, but almost as if someone painted in a fuzzy image of what should be there. On a 15, Gibbon, looking around, every so often you're realizing that the ship doesn't seem exactly the way it should. In fact, for yourself and Black Opal, it's a lot smaller than you think it should be. As maybe for someone who's smaller than you sees this as big, when in reality it's much bigger to accommodate larger beings. It's just a bit more cramped than you're used to.
Mhm.
Black Opal, on an 18, all of the stations do seem to be triggering and pointing out of the bridge.
They kind of look like there are arrows pointing us right about. Of sorts. Not quite like arrows, but they
Cool.
have direction.
Let's go then.
Walking towards the arrows, just that immediate wall has disappeared in front of your eyes as blinking, suddenly stepping through the door, you are no longer on the Bridge of the Confidence. You are surrounded by rock and darkness, almost as if you were in a tunnel of some sort.
But like it's like actually like a tunnel.
Mhm.
Well, I have dark vision, which is a sentence nobody in D&D has ever said before ever.
No, no.
So I'm just gonna keep walking down the. If we turn around and look behind us, is it like the Bridge of the Confidence is there, or like all of a sudden we're in the middle?
You
of
turn
a long
around,
tunnel?
there is a curved wall behind you that seems to dead end.
Well, let's keep going. Can you guys see? You guys doing all right?
I will
can't
say,
see me.
Should be able to.
Dahina also has a bit of that same dark vision. Black Opal, do you have a specific dark vision, or?
I have dark vision.
Oh,
okay.
Neither of them can see me.
Wow.
Oh, because you have
We all
the
have
Gloomstalker Ranger crap.
Oh, yes, they can.
That's.
Because it's a mindscape.
Oh, okay. Bummer.
That's
Certain abilities may not be the same in the Mindscape. I should have pointed that out sooner. As
You're like sneaking along, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
but no, it's very much Black Opal. You look down and realize you're not that normal camo translucence. And I should say, all of you are realizing while your eyes seem to be adjusting to the darkness in that dark vision ability that you all do share, this isn't a true darkness, as even your eyes blinking realize it's almost like looking through a camera at what darkness should be, or the portrayal of darkness. Moving down through the tunnel, it starts curving to the left, a little bit to the right, and eventually you see it is opening up into a bit of a cavern. In this cavern, you see immediately a blackened, shall we say, put out fire. One that would have been made rather crudely, not by any sort of technology, but possibly by hand. Surrounding this fire are indentations, seats, and different places to sit, as well as little bits of metal, maybe that one would use for cooking or roasting. Sitting there, you see there is a young girl who is sitting by the campfire turned away from you all. They're holding what looks to be a metal rod, but there's no fire lit.
hello.
The girl seems to react a little bit, head kind of cocks, but doesn't turn around yet.
Is there anybody else around? Can I just make a perception check to see, like, I'm immediately like, we're in somebody else's brain.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody were in my brain, they would be being attacked like every 2 seconds. So I am like, what is up with this girl? That's a natural 13 for a perception of 17.
That is going to beat Val's passive perception and passive stealth. You look around Gibbon and realize that a brain shouldn't be this inviting. You kind of get that ping brain cell moment of, I would be fighting. Why isn't it fighting?
Does Val, is she putting on a front even now?
You look up. You are not surprised, but I need everyone else to roll an initiative. So you're rolling initiative given, but the surprise condition, unfortunately, will be on both Black Opal and Dahina.
This is a bummer.
Sorry, guys. That's all. That was my
Jeez, Val.
I will point out, while we're still at a relatively inter-party conflict-free point, you guys are the close-ish things that Gibbons had to friends, but he has seen so many people die that, like, if it gets to a point where it's, like, not worth it, it's just, like, so not, I just want to get ahead of that, where it's not, like, player versus player, but it's just, like, Gibbons gonna do everything he can, but if it comes out that, like, Val's conscious mind is part of this in some way, like...
Let's kill Val! No.
Well, no, but it's just like Gibbon would be like, I'm leaving, I'm gonna go tell McTavish what's up.
I see what you're saying. I see.
Like,
I'm out.
yeah, like, I'm not gonna
I'm
put
not
myself
risking
in...
my life, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Here we go. Awesome. Did anyone get above a 20? Black Opal, what'd you get? 21. Did anyone get a 15 or higher?
I got a 17.
17. 16 for Val.
Oh wait, I can actually roll this time?
Is that everyone?
I said everyone.
Percep?
Per step.
Percep?
Tahina, 17.
Because I was joking.
Black Opal,
That's actually a 7.
7. Alright, you're good. Gibbon, what'd you get?
1,000.
Oh! And a 5 for Gibbon. Gibbon, looking up, creatures move across the ceiling. Humanoid in appearance. Hands and feet clinging to rock unnaturally. As you look up, one of the heads turns, looks at you,
Little guy.
screeches out as they drop. Black Opal, you're no longer surprised as that is your turn, but you can't take actions or reactions or movement when you're surprised. So, congrats, they're not getting the surprise on you because you rolled above them. Same with the Hina. But the creatures do act first in the initiative.
Oh boy.
You guys, it works really well as Gibbon's the only one that's not surprised and goes after, but you guys went before, so all's well that ends well.
Wouldn't it be nice if they weren't able to see me?
3 creatures have dropped to the cavern. You watch as they drop.
I'm a sentry.
The girl that was sitting by the campfire is gone. The 3 creatures each are standing up, cracking up towards you, and you realize they are beings made of darkness.
Gross.
Each are going to attack you. Not the owl in this moment, thankfully. But I will say, Gibbon does a 18 hit.
Exactly.
18 hits exactly. Black Opal, 12.
Nope.
And Hina, 21. I believe does hit your armor class.
Wait a second. It's attacking me like physically, right? It ran up to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not surprised.
Mhm.
I'm taking an opportunity attack on it. Polearm Master. When they enter my reach, I can take an opportunity attack.
Excellent. Using your
Very
longer just spear hitting. Go for it. Roll the hit.
Go for
Big bucks.
23.
23 will hit the armor class.
Okay. I'm not gonna spend a charge, but I'm just gonna roll base. It's only 5 damage.
That just 5 slashing or piercing.
Radiant.
Radiant.
You told me my spear was radiant damage.
I thought you
Yeah.
said Reagan. I'm like, Ronald Reagan. What's he doing?
This creature immediately
First kind of damage.
looks horribly
The
hurt
long slash.
as you slash at it. As darkness rips away from this creature. It does go to hit you though.
Yeah.
It is going to deal 9 points of damage to you. This is necrotic damage.
Resistant.
You have it to 4. Your strength score is reduced by 3
I don't wanna
as
get
this
rid of
happens.
your-
Bomber.
As it grabs and it grabs you by the arm holding the spear, and you watch as the skin around your wrist starts to bubble as it seeps into your body and starts moving upward, and you feel the shock to your system as your natural strength score drops. Dehina, this creature is attacking you as well. It only deals you 8 points of necrotic damage, but your strength score overall modifier is reduced by 2 in this moment. What I will ask then is, as you take this damage, everything, this is going to make the owl. Can you make me a death saving throw?
Yeah, sure.
Now, I will say the owl, and for everyone, obviously 3 successes or 3 failures will not mean the owl wakes up or dies, but this is actually something else that is happening.
Trying to see if there was anything I had with,
Nothing that will help you in this moment.
no?
Mhm.
Dang. So it's just the yay or the nay.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, that's a yay. That's 17.
17.
One success.
Everything does seem rather easy, shall we say, as these creatures drop down, but already given you are ripping into one and it is definitely looking injured. I'm gonna make, given the one fighting you and the one fighting Dahina are both still here, Black Opal, the one fighting you disappears into darkness. Yep.
Okay. Am I
Given
able to roll a perception or
on your turn. Given
That's
that
what I
is your turn.
Can I do a quick Arcana check to see like if light, just like a light source, would drive these things away?
Yeah, go ahead and make it. I'll say it's a DC 15.
Okay, roll 14 or higher. Nah, I have no clue.
Okay. You realize this one, it's that like maybe you would have no frame of reference, unfortunately, as shadow mind creatures have never really been something you've fought before.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to necessarily waste a rage at this point if there's only 3 of them and one of them is like jacked up already.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and attack again with my spear.
Gotcha.
Just swinging at him. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 will hit.
All right, I'm swinging at the same guy I hit before.
Yes.
That's 7 points of radiant damage.
You hit, realizing that this radiance is in fact doing more than it should. Explodes into light shadow with a hissing sound.
Sweet. And then I'm gonna turn and attack the one on Dahina because Black Opal's disappeared.
Mhm.
And just take a swing at that guy.
Excellent.
This is a 13 hit.
13 actually still hits your arm place.
Okay, sweet. And then that's just a D4 with the bonus attack. D4 plus 2. And it technically, Polar Master says it would be bludgeoning, but the weapon I'm using is a radiant weapon.
Mhm.
So would it be radiant damage then?
It would. It's bludgeoning unless the charges are coming through in this moment.
Okay, then I'll expend 1 charge.
Yeah. It's like it's what helps make it that radiant magical, especially for these kind of
Yeah.
fights.
So there's 5 points of bludgeoning and then 2 points of radiant, which would double to 4
The
points.
bludgeoning is completely negated.
Okay, radical.
The radiant. Oh, excuse me. The bludgeoning is halved. You realize it's these things. It's harder to hit them. So overall, this next creature already looks horribly messed up. Black Opal, that is back to the top of the order. Your turn.
Okay. Did it just disappear as in like I want to roll like perception
Go for it.
/ insight or whatever just to see like is it gone or did it just slink into the shadows?
Yeah, make a perception check.
That is a 19.
19. It is right behind you, just veiled in shadow.
Cool.
Yeah.
I am going to immediately I'm gonna shoot it with a gun.
Yeah, yes.
With full damage.
Full damage. Yeah, I'll say you could have set it to vaporize already, so it's 2d12, so roll a hit.
Because I don't see why we wouldn't.
Yeah, right.
Devil creatures. It's 18 plus whatever I add to
18
that.
already hits. Yeah.
Plus your proficiency, plus whatever.
And that's 2d12. Seven plus 6.
13. You realize also these things are a bit resistant to what we would call energy damage.
Plus 6.
Didn't Monsters Mark it.
But it's the first round.
Oh, yeah, it is. Excellent. Good catch. I thought it was a Hunter's Mark. I'm like, you should have said. But no, yeah.
I I didn't say it, so I wasn't gonna
See what you're doing there, yeah.
say anything about that. But
Yeah, no, it is
plus another 6.
plus another 6. That is energy, so 19 total. It is horribly
And you're
injured.
Of course it does.
It is horribly injured, but it is not down either. Black Opal, you engage. These creatures move in and out of
Damn,
shadow. Dahina, that is your turn. This creature up on you that struck you and started slowly gooping into you. What would you like to do on your turn? Yeah.
I want to do my bonus action.
Oh yeah, what's your bonus action?
I'm just gonna initiate Zephyr Strike.
Awesome. In the future, you got to tell me before I move on, just because I'm really trying to get better at doing initiative faster. So I will be super mean because I'm trying to hold myself to this standard and say next round. Dahina, what would you like to do against your creature?
I honestly don't.
You've got phaser or spells that you picked out last time.
But didn't Black Opal just use his phaser and it didn't work?
It half damage. Like it looks like it's hitting just enough, but it's not enough to Gibbons is hitting and dealing all the damage plus some, it seems. But normal phasers seem to be resistant, half damage. So it is hurting them, but it's not outright destroying them in one blow.
Right. Let's shoot it.
Okay, go ahead. Roll the d20, and you'll add your proficiency, which is a +2, and whatever your dexterity is.
So 17 plus 3 is 20.
+2. So 22 will and truly hits. Go ahead and roll 2d12 then of damage.
Which ones are those?
D12s are the dodecahedrons.
They're the one, they look like a D20, but they're bigger letters,
Oh,
bigger
okay,
signs.
yeah.
Mhm.
So roll it twice?
Roll it twice and add in your dexterity of 3.
To both of them?
Just total. Sorry.
Oh, it's total. Oh my goodness.
Would have been half to one anyways.
Plus what one? Did you say?
Plus dex, so the should be the +3.
15.
15. The one that already Gibbon took the hit on, you hit for 15 energy. And as Gibbon kind of shoves it in front, you right in the creature's shadowy head, which has no discernible facial features or ridges of any kind. And it disapparates into nothingness. That is 2 down. Dahina, as you finish, the last shadow creature is going to take its attack on Black Opal, the one you're hitting. It rushes up to you. Oof, yikes. Does a 16 hit?
It matches, so yeah.
Matches. That is going to deal you 9 points of necrotic damage. Black Opal, your strength score is reduced by 1. All of you now, having felt this, when the creatures attack you, they very much are seeping into your essence. Rather, they're almost showing you you're not really here, if that makes total sense. And so they're able to attack your psyche directly. You get the feeling this is probably what Jolas meant by be careful not to come into too much danger, where if too much of your strength score is zapped, that is probably going to start causing damage in the future. As this one does so, it is going to do its last bonus action, hide. All of you are able to see this creature disappear into the shadow once more. Val, would you please make me another death saving throw? Our favorite comatose crew member.
It's 11. That's one more success.
11's another success.
Sweet.
Practice what I go.
Given. Yes. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. This is,
How big is this chamber? Like height wide?
right now, it's looking to be about the 40 foot by 30 foot. Like, it's a big cavern.
Okay.
Like, space to move.
In that case, I think I'm going to. I'm gonna cast light on my spear, and just hold it up. It's a 20-foot radius of bright light, just to see if I can at least expose the guy who was hiding.
Because there is no shadow.
Bright light, 20-foot radius, dim light for additional 20 feet.
The creature didn't move far enough, just because there would have been opportunity attacks even if it moved. You shine the light. It's immediately illuminated, as its shadow stealth cannot work in any form of light. So no check needed now. Everyone, you see it.
It's right there. I can't really. I don't want to rage, so I'm not going to use my bonus action. So that's me.
You take that. Black Opal, back top of the order. That's your turn.
Wait. Oh no, you already missed it.
Yep.
Moving on.
You're good.
It was shenanery, anyways.
I'm not gonna use any spells because.
Okay.
This thing looks messed up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this already got really badly hurt.
For future reference, do you accept bonus actions as giving help actions, or does it have to be full action?
Help actions are full actions. Yeah, that's a good point.
13.
13 does still hit the armor class of this creature.
And then
I know you're about to kill it, but I think it's
That's the goal.
so 15, and then you said we had 3.
Mhm.
So
Or plus your dexterity bonus.
plus 4.
Plus 4. 19 halved to 8. As Gibbon shining this big old torch, you watch Black Opal shoot it again, vaporize, hisses outwards. As it does so, as we finish up our initiative order, Val, would you make me one last death saving throw, as kind of would have happened outside of combat, that natural, what your body's doing.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20.
That's a nat 20.
Unfortunately, because again, this isn't too stabilized.
So will this help my...
This is going to help you though, as 3 successes are going to give us.
3 successes plus a nat 20?
Will
you give a little extra grace because of it? Because
maybe
it's
a
a
little
nat 20?
bit.
Come on!
As the shadows dissipate, you look and all will instinctively realize the little girl that was sitting by the fire has reemerged. What would all of you do? Coming out of initiative, so everyone can kind of act or talk with each other. The little girl is back.
I'm gonna. How close are we to her?
Like 10 feet away. It was that like you were fighting the shadow creatures and you turn back and she's 10 feet away.
Okay, I'm just gonna lower my spear at her back and just be like, "All right, I think we need some answers, right? You can't just have a creepy little girl
Can we tell
disappear
what
as soon as
species
people show up.
Oh yes, Vulcan by the ears.
Not gonna kill anyone.
Now that you're close enough, I
like,
should say. It's,
I'm gonna assume it's Baal.
or a projection of a memory.
Childhood self. Cooking drugs in a cave.
Yes,
Liar,
but isn't
lonesome.
the point of being here to help Baal and find her and help her? If this is her,
Which is why I haven't stabbed it yet.
well, thank
That's
you
it.
for not stabbing me yet.
Thanks.
I
Gibbon.
was half tempted to vaporize it.
Thanks for not doing that.
I will say on the nat 20, Val, I'm going to ask you something as both character and Val. The three of you will see other figures start to kind of materialize around. Val, we come to a moment of your childhood.
Kind of, so am I allowed
Yeah.
to describe? Ah, hell yeah! So, almost as if within a blink, the entire cave becomes so much more full of light and laughter. And there are many other adolescents around the fire now. Some faces sharp, some shapes blurry. And the owl is holding a metal stick. I'm gonna change it to a specific kind because, you know, it's with a blood sausage.
Okay.
So I just put it on the stick, and then I hold it over the fire,
Yeah, how else do you cook it?
Okay.
One of these other kids, it is not rocket science. It's actually something much simpler.
I've not done this before, so logically I would not know.
Well, it simply then stands to reason that your parents don't love you as much as our parents do, because we have done this in our homes.
Well, we know this as a fact, don't we?
Yes, this is a fact. You see other kids are like, yeah, this is true.
There's gotta be, okay. Mind if I describe?
There is that. It's a brief moment, just a lot of kids going.
Next to me,
You
there
said it
is
first.
a
You
kid.
said you did say.
Kid.
You said it.
He seems human, but oh no, wait, he's half. Okay, that's kind of how I'm playing this. Cause can that then be what we were talking about
Mhm.
earlier? Okay.
You have a bit of, I don't want to say free reign in these little memories, but it is for
Okay.
you to help give the scene.
He.
If you say that's canon.
And then he gave me 25 gold.
And then he gave me 500 gold, which I still
Wow,
have.
how weird!
some
He gave me
permission.
your pocket change.
Wow. My parents never gave
So
me
he
gold.
very scrunkly looking, but like very
Scrunkly.
very rough, tumbled. Definitely, you know, a farmer's kid. Speaks up and has a little bit of an Aussie accent. Because you know he's half Vulcan and half human.
Remind me the
Half
name.
Vulcan and half Australian.
Oh, gosh.
Australian is another species, man. So
Yes.
you heard it here first.
Ugh. Those weirdos
No,
from down under.
Definitely not human.
Down on.
Not here.
Where else would they go?
I wonder what show you've been watching lately.
Shut up,
I'm not.
Mom. Dun, 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 dun. No, it's not Bluey.
Just remind
It
me.
is Bluey.
Shut up.
We've both been watching. Bluey.
Whenever no, it's not just because of Bluey. Every time I try to do an accent, it
You gotta
turns
give me
into
the
Australian.
name because I forgot
I'm
the name.
working on it. Was it O'Connor? I can't remember because I
I'm
mixed it
just
with
so
like
leaning
he's
in
Irish guy,
with
he's
this
no,
fear.
speaking
no,
Australian
it was
accent.
an apostrophe because it was
So
a
he's
human
Irish.
name.
I don't
Shut
think
up!
it was O'Connor.
It's
I
not. I'm
love
trying
it.
to
No.
find my notes.
No, it's O'Connor now.
So now that we're in here, is Val really worth?
Given, whoa, I'm not loving this. I'm sorry. I love the
They
name.
make
Please
jokes
take my
about
back
parents
receipts.
hating them, but like.
We are, but O'Connor is the best
I know,
name.
but this happens every time.
It does not.
Oh, also,
Yeah.
mechanic. Are
And
we
we
just
do
like?
this to everyone, Eleanor. You're not
Okay.
special with
Sorry,
Val.
I'm just meaning to razz you. If it's more than I'm razzing other people, I apologize.
It's okay. I just sometimes every time.
You're
I
good.
would like my background to be taken seriously sometimes. I
You're
get that
good.
there's time for the funny.
I will actually
It's
say to
not
help
the
prep the
background
background,
he's
this
laughing
is
at.
a
It's
good
you and August
point.
both trying
We
to build
are
up
going to
your
take our
notes.
break for this session, so we'll be back in a moment. And we are back. Thank you those that waited throughout the break.
Do not.
Oh, we're gonna have we're in your mind, Val. There's no escaping
We're in
this.
your mind, L.
This is you. This is you
Guys, I
as
tried
a
to make my
person.
characters not me.
Welcome
No,
to
no,
L's
I'm
Roast,
working
ladies
here.
and gentlemen. This elaborate 3-year plan I've had. It was
Horny
never
jail.
about D&D.
My
It was
actual
jail.
brain would literally actually be a fair.
I know, but like
Hold
the idea that this was the
Like
longest
very 80s
con.
vibes. Next to a beach.
Val.
But then there'd be scary clowns.
You
Anyway,
see
sorry.
In jail.
O'Connor is sitting kind of across from you at the fire. All these kids around. Just right. You just gotta put it on a bit of the stick, put it in the fire, and after a moment, you've got yourself some food.
Right, right. So, this, and then
Yeah. Yeah. Right, you got it.
how long until I know it is done?
I don't know. You like chocolate,
Not particularly.
so don't leave it in too long.
How long is too long?
All of you watch 2 minutes of pure silence. Right, that should do it.
Oh, okay.
Now you eat it.
Ah, I
Am I wrong?
I know, yes, this isn't my voice. No, you see it. Right, is he good?
It is. It is good. Is that an Am I supposed to feel good?
Yeah. I think most of us feel good. No, well, other kids, I feel good all the time. Yeah, it's just like
I eat
the-
straight frosting all the time!
yeah, no, like it's this kind of like chorus of kids just agreeing, just in that like,
I eat
yeah,
brown sugar.
It's deep cut there.
Feel good. I feel good.
Right? The scene is gone. As all of
Also,
you.
you definitely couldn't tell, but Val was blushing at that fire.
Mhm.
Because again, this was like, what, 14 did we describe?
I think that this was 12 actually. It was a bit
12,
younger.
She was sitting too close to that fire. Her cheeks were burning.
Her cheeks were turning red.
Val has
Well, I hope they're not
disappeared.
turning red.
How long?
Blood's not red.
All of
I'm
you.
not green.
But
Val's
there's
blushing.
still is-
Holy hell! What's wrong with her?
What the fuck?
You got jaundice?
Yeah, right.
Wait, no, that brings the question, what would a Vulcan blushing
Green.
look like?
It's green.
Well, it's like chlorophyll.
Oh, so,
The
okay,
blood's
so,
greener, yeah.
okay. I
I
forgot
think- I
that.
think-
So her face was turning a bit
Alright.
green, okay?
You're good.
Man.
She doesn't like blood sausage.
The fire and
Someone
all
she's
the
about to
kids
vomit.
disappear from this scene. And you are all now left in the halls of the Vulcan Science Institution.
Cool. So, are we trying to find like a current memory? Or...
Dana, what are we doing?
This is my first time in my too.
Okay, yeah, but you're way
Found it.
smarter than I am, so what are we doing?
The two dudes are
Self-aware.
help.
Okay, the history was my worst subject. Like, I was good shit.
Don't know shit about it.
Slippery dick!
He's out there.
Oh, no.
Well,
Start calling out for her.
hey Val!
Your voice kind of echoes across these halls of the institution that you were all walking down just like maybe minutes ago, or was it hours now? Echo down and become muted and do not echo back.
The Muppet's cooler than you.
I just keep
The
looking to
hallways
mirror to
shrink.
see if, like, I can do anything. Everything rumbles.
I'm gonna just like poke the wall with my daggers, just like gently stabbing the walls of the institute.
You stab. It feels very solid in this moment.
But like real wall, it's not like fleshy
wall.
or anything. It's like
No. Thankfully.
That would have been weird.
that would have been really weird.
That would've been gross.
That would have been awesome.
Let's just keep walking and see.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna roll a perception check.
Go for it. As you guys can start that gentle walk here, or rather, it seems as if the end of the hallways behind you is slowly getting closer.
Like if we don't move faster, it's gonna catch us, or
Quite possibly.
We should probably run because the walls behind us are closing in.
is that like a metaphor? Oh shit!
And yes, you showing Daheen and Gibbon, you guys look very much so. It's that optical illusion of, wow, it really does look like it's getting closer, but with nothing beyond.
We gotta go.
You guys start.
Is our strength score still reduced, by the way?
Strength score is still reduced.
Okay.
In this moment, eventually you see windows and doors, high vaulted archways passing, that as they pass all seem to dissolve back into nothingness, now a bit farther behind you all. A little ways away, you realize that a grand doorway to your right has opened up.
I'm not gonna sprint through it, but I'll stop and look into it while we're...
Are there other doors around?
There is no other doors around. As you look in, and there is now a much older, much more obviously Vulcan woman standing in this classroom.
Alright, Teach, what's up?
You start walking in. Can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
Is this something I can see?
Not in this moment.
Nat 1. I'm just gonna go ahead and banish that real quick.
Hey, wait, hold on.
It's okay, it turned into a 3.
Oh, okay.
Given you take 6 half to 3 points necrotic damage.
Yay!
Your strength score is reduced 4 more points.
Wait, is this from another shadow creature?
It is.
Light lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
It was disguised as the woman.
Okay, but it wasn't hiding in shadow. Or
Starting to realize that as you walk in,
reduced by another how many?
4, so a total of 7 now.
Oh shit, guys.
Given the woman standing there, head whips and you don't see it because it was attacking already. Chest now engulfed in shadow as
so
this
it's like
creature.
inside of her.
I would like everyone to roll initiative again, as this is a new initiative going on.
Dang. I'm moving up. That's a 6 this time.
6 for Gibbon.
Plus 1.
22 for Black Opal.
But nobody's surprised.
No one's surprised. You guys know what's going on. There's no more surprise stuff that could probably happen. 18.
Help!
Wow, that... oh, Val, will you make me an initiative check? You're the only one that might be a bit different.
Makes sense to me.
7.
Wow, never mind. The initiative's exactly the same. Opal,
I'll just leave
walking in, there's only one shadow creature, and it was whatever was, shall we say, inside of the Vulcan.
Yep.
But it is now erupted out. It does look a bit bigger than the others before. We might still call it a medium-sized creature, but it is now
It's already
looming
fed.
over you. Already fed a bit. Black Opal, what would you like to do to this thing?
I'm gonna do a bonus action. Shoot it. Stupid spells. So far away. Cool. I'm gonna Zephyr Strike. Pull
Excellent.
out that big old gun and shoot this thing in the face.
Excellent. Go for it.
That's a 16 plus proficiency is. That's not what I wanted to do.
Proficiency's 2 at this
level?
Is it proficiency in Dex?
So
6. So
so 6.
20.
22 will hit this creature's armor class. Go ahead and deal damage.
So that's 2d12. Didn't roll too good, but 16.
16. The creature immediately. This one is beefier. That 16 half to 8 total rips into the shadow and immediately starts coalescing back and rising back out of the indentation made from the energy and seems to be maybe reconstituting itself as pushes forward and reactionary with you hitting it is going to rush over and make a quick swipe at you.
Move out of the way.
Unfortunately, it doesn't have what. So only a 10 to hit doesn't hit you at all, but just kind of immediately closes that distance up into the doorway where you guys
Immediately
were
move
coming.
out of that range again.
Excellent. Zephyr Strike, keeping no opportunity attack, you out of that distance. Dahina, that's you. So you and Gibbon are still kind of in the entryway of this larger classroom, it looked like, as whatever creature was here rushed upward and Black Opal slipped off. What would you like to do, Dahina, as this creature rushes forward?
Initiative is hard. I never know what to do.
Here, I got you. So, you're doing a wizard, right?
Yes.
So a bunch of your spells could help in this situation, right? So pull up your spell sheet.
And spell disintegrate, super useful.
No one should have disintegrate.
Yeah, remember level 4 disintegrate?
Shape water. You can take any existing water.
It just
Basically water.
Removes
them.
limbs, so if you just aim for the head.
And
No more of that
break
disintegrate.
a pencil, but the pencil is better. Right? True
No.
strike.
He just about does with his spear.
Oh yeah, I mean, like if you hit hard enough, yeah.
So without being spelled out.
But it's more like obliterate.
So, let's do magic missile because that will also do damage.
Is
Here, do you
Magic
want to do
missile's
damage? Do you want
force
to help
damage, right?
allies? Or do you want
Magic
to figure out the
missile
situation?
is force damage.
I do not know.
So if you want to do damage for now,
So it makes
I say
it
let's do
gross.
magic missile.
It's like, this
Okay.
will hit you,
On
and basically nothing has resistance to it.
magic missile is auto hit, so that's fun.
So, Dahina,
So
having
let's
some
do magic missile.
excellent. Here's what's fun. Thankfully, there's no other enemies here, so you get to roll 3 different D4, because like 3 of your darts, but instead of saying, I just want to hit 3 different creatures, you can hit this creature with all 3 of your little magic darts. So roll the D4 3 times, and we'll add 3.
And do you see that
So
little
just add it
plus?
all together.
Mhm. Yeah.
6, my lord. 10. Is there anything I
And
add
now,
to
do you see
it?
that plus at the top of your screen? At the top of the spell screen?
Plus
you add
1.
that to your total.
And
Or
it's,
no, that's to
well,
attack.
well, no, yeah, it's
Yeah.
the darts each have 1, so it's like a D4 plus 1. And since all 3 are hitting this creature, because it's that auto hit, which is a really nice spell, it deals an automatic plus 3 on top of whatever you roll.
10.
So 10 total.
I thought 10
Immediately.
was your base, and then you have 3 on top.
Oh, so is that 13?
10 is what you
Oh,
roll.
do
right?
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
13. Heck yeah, much better. You, all 3 darts immediately were reflavoring as quick blasts from your phaser. You, that very Hawkeye target sniping out. All 3 hit into what should be the creature's head area again. That light up. It roars in maybe pain and annoyance. Stumbles backward a bit as it's starting to look like it's taking a bit of damage. As you do that, Dahina, the creature is now going to take its turn. You 2 are within its reach, so it is going to make both attacks against you 2, since Black Opal did that slip out of the way. We're just going to pretend like that never happened. Roll it. That is going to be given. Does a 23 hit?
Yep.
Ah, interesting. Dehina, on a natural 1, it slams fist down on top of you, and training kicks in. You duck, cover, roll to the side. Not a scratch.
Yay.
Given, you get very scratched.
I'd like to think that I see that happen and I'm like, huh. And then I just like get
Nice.
Nice.
just
like
through the
not
doorway.
paying
Yeah.
attention.
Exactly.
Given, you take only 8 points of necrotic damage, half to 4.
I'm
but-
the best person to get hit by, like, not even
Given
because
you, I did just roll the max. Your strength score is reduced by 4. What is your current strength at?
I'm sitting at 6.
Okay. Given you have a strength score of 6 right now.
Sure do.
As this creature does both of its big attacks, you realize hands becoming almost hammers in its hands. The owl, will you make me a death saving throw again?
It's a 6.
That is one failure. You all feel kind of shake around the room as something interesting has just occurred. Given that does make your turn though. Yeah, so that it helped actually. That's how I allowed most of the scene. Given, what would you like to do?
So I'm gonna go ahead and rage.
Excellent.
Just gonna
Pop that on.
that. And then I'm gonna take a swing on my boy.
Heck yeah.
So, and wait, I haven't used barbarians very much. Not attacks, so I just have advantage. So this is really unfortunate because of the amount of strength that I've lost. That's just a 9.
Oof.
Just a 9 does not hit the armor class,
Really?
unfortunately.
That's shocking to me.
Shocking indeed.
And then I am going to. I think. Dahina is gonna. I'm gonna stand behind Dahina because I have a.
Why?
I have a 10-foot range, so I can get away from it while
still hit, but
staying in its range, so it doesn't get another attack on me. So I can still be part of the fight, but it's less likely to attack me next. Because if it hits me again, I'm being booted out. So I'm not using you as a meat shield.
But it
like,
sure
my,
looks that
Sure.
way.
but my spear is
Wait,
like
wait,
fully
wait.
like over your shoulder. Like you can see it like still out, like ready to attack. It's just like if it's gonna hit somebody.
Wait, you're still using me as a meat shield.
Dahina, wait, no!
This is tactical. I'm not a coward.
Sure.
Excellent.
Solid
Given
tactical move.
that's
Thank
your
you,
turn.
Black Opal.
Black Opal, that's your turn. As you shout that off, what would you like to do?
My bow doesn't do anything cool, so I'm gonna Hunter's Mark
Excellent.
thing, just to give me that constant D6. And I'm gonna shoot it from far away.
Excellent.
Hunter's Mark gives you advantage, right?
Specifically, oh no, advantage on the perception survival checks to find it, which thankfully the spear's light is helping negate a lot of what it could be doing.
But it does give me a D6 extra.
If you hit.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's kind of what you want to right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna miss with a 2 on the die.
Shot goes off past what should be that shoulder area.
Do we really have to fight this thing? Can we just run?
Look back out the doorway. Is the doorway there anymore?
There's a doorway there.
Is there another way to go?
Not really.
So I did action and
bonus action. And now your concentration's on Hunter's Mark, which is going to help give you the D6.
Yes, and I'm just gonna I don't know how far it can move, but I'm gonna try and stay out of its ability to move to me.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna move probably another 10,
Another 10. Thankfully, you did already move, and since you didn't hit, it can't do its reactionary thing. But you move another 10 feet away. That makes us back to Dahina, as Gibbon just comes right behind you and is just poking out with the spear. What would you like to do? You could do spell again or phaser.
Oh.
Sorry, did you send it over instantly?
Oh.
I'm helping out with spells.
Oh, you're
So,
good.
if Gibbon's about to go kaput, right?
It's not healing. It's my strength score. That's the problem.
Strength
It would need a restoration.
Healing wise,
Yeah.
I'm still doing great.
Yes, you
And fun
can
fact,
do,
wizards
just in
actually
case.
don't get access to any
Yeah.
major healing
Spell.
spells.
Really?
Yeah.
Bummer.
You have to take other forms of subclass
Like either
or
a feat or-
random stuff.
I don't know.
I guess
So,
it's their way of
in
making it
reactions,
balanced
if
to
you
say,
are
hey, you can
hurting,
do insane arcane
doing
stuff.
something
You're not
with
allowed to
those
heal.
spells.
That makes sense.
So let's go over to-
Yeah, because they have a class specifically for healing.
Mhm.
For the most part.
Alright.
Like several.
I think every class gets at least one.
Yeah.
Even
My
barbarians.
phone restarts on me now. That would suck.
Well, like even how druids, it's like if you're a circle of the moon, it's like you're turning into animals, but your animals can heal, and you're like, that makes no sense, but
Yeah.
sure, I'll take it.
Start your next turn, you will start them to these two. But when reaction can happen in the moment. So say Gibbon's getting hit, you can say, I'm guessing this and because therefore I'm right. So that adds to his yeah, so you can cast blank on him. Right?
Okay.
That's how you could help that way. You could try this one, try and put the monster to go on the shoe. Right? If it is a form of water, you can try shaping. This is just me being
With
the
a shadow.
Yes.
That's true. I was just trying to be a little bit of a war criminal and be like, you can just twist its
No.
head.
And seeing
So
how
then
it's
we
a
It's made of shadow. Shape water doesn't
psychic
work.
monster, putting it to sleep will also probably.
I'm not a
Very
rules
much
lawyer,
not
but
work.
I am
Right,
very
you
much
can
the spells have
So,
very
let's
obvious
say
wording.
my
You're not allowed
using
to
the phaser itself,
rip
I'm
apart
just
someone's
saying
internal
it's
body just because,
Just shape that.
well,
Shape water or
technically,
something.
shape water, right? Like,
The
Or it's
reaction
like,
is the reaction.
what is it?
So say
Move,
that happens,
shape earth,
you
where
can
it's like,
say
well, there's,
that,
you know,
so
calcium
yeah,
in
and
our
then-
bones, and it's like,
Yeah. I'll just shoot
yeah.
him.
just shoot them. It's
Set
solid plan
phasers
right
to-
now. Right now, phasers are at the 2d12 setting,
You
so
have
go ahead.
advantage on that.
Oh yeah, because Gibbon's helping out. Go ahead, roll the d20, then twice, take the better.
That's my commanding rage.
Ooh.
There you go.
I got a 4 and a 2.
So the 4, you would add 5 for 9. This thing is beefy, but apparently rather dexterous as you go in to shoot Tahina and watch as the internal chest area opens up, predicting the attack. Your phaser goes off as reconstitutes back together to keep from getting shot. That
Unhelpful.
unfortunately, Tahina, that was a good try for the shot. The shadow is now going to attack. What it's going to do, though, is it's going to rush Black Opal as I made a perception check, and it is very interested in Black Opal right now.
I'm having the biggest deja vu, and also, damn it, I shouldn't have given you that, because then I could take an attack on it.
It is rushing, including the 10 feet, with its 40-foot movement.
Damn it.
Rushes over.
I should have said 15.
Yeah, actually, yes. When you said 10, I'm like, great. Here we go. It is going to take 2 attacks against you, Black Opal. Does a 19 hit?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I can't remember who has crazy armor.
It's him.
Mine's still the 18.
And a 20 synthetically.
Yep. Both hit.
Black Opal. You will take 11 total points of necrotic damage from both attacks. Your strength score will be reduced first by 2, and then by 2 again.
So I'm down by 5.
Down by 5. As the shadow creature does that, Val, would you please make me a death saving throw one more time?
Is there any way I can help my friends in these death saving throws?
Well,
Huh?
not with the death saves. What'd you get?
11, so it is a success.
1 success. Okay.
That is another success. We have 4 successes.
Given, that is your turn.
Sure is. Well, I'm just gonna swing on it with my spear and hope that I get a high
Awesome.
score.
Yep. You'll have to move a little bit in, but you can definitely get the spear.
Nat 20, baby.
Yes.
Oh
Nat
my
20,
god.
baby.
Nat 20.
Yes. with
So you
the
know what that
radiant-
means? Without even having to add any of my charges, that's 2d8 plus 2. Oh, actually 2d8 minus 2. This is embarrassing.
Yeah, because you're sure.
Plus 2d6 because it's
A
my
radiant.
first hit in a
Mhm.
round. So
First
let me
hit.
just go ahead and roll
Radiant.
that. Du-du-du-du.
Let's start with that, and I'll allow you to roll that and then put charges in if you want to.
Wait, can I? Oh yeah.
I'll allow it.
Okay,
This
yeah.
isn't like smites or other things where we have to be really finicky. I would say in this moment we could see if you need to like stab it
Okay, so
and
that's-
bamf out the charge the spear holds. More since it's
Uh,
an item, I think is the real distinction here.
18 minus 2, but also plus 2. So just flat 18 radiant damage.
Doubles to 36.
Yeah.
How do you want to finish this creature off with the nat 20?
I think I just do it like, because I have the spear over.
Does it double
Tahina's
to
shoulder.
36?
No, 18 doubles
Double
to 36.
Yeah.
Because that was already the.
Because it's doubled because of radiant, so would it double again because of the natural?
The
The nat 20, I
crit.
already rolled double dice.
Oh yeah, you already rolled double.
Gotcha,
I
gotcha,
forgot
gotcha,
even
gotcha.
that. I was like, wait, did we not even roll that? Yeah,
No, I rolled
I
double
was
dice.
about to say.
I rolled double dice, but then you still doubled for radiant
for the
damage on a
radiant
shadow
damage.
creature.
Still,
So
basically times 4.
I think just like super coldly as it's running and like starting to attack him, I just like throw like I still keep my hands on it, but it's like I let it slide through my hands until it's like at the very end of it, and then just jab into the back of its head.
As light races down like lightning through the sky across the creature's body as it explodes and dissipates into dust. Val, would you make me another death saving throw, please?
Yay.
It's cocked.
5.
Should have taken the first one.
2
It was
failures,
cocked.
1 success.
Not 4 successes.
The other successes have already negated themselves.
Because we got the scene.
You got up to the 3 that you needed. One of them being a nat 20, which I counted for the 2 to get up. Val, all of you feel in the mindscape as this creature dissipates into nothingness. Terrifying rumblings. As this happens, the Vulcan woman has reappeared. I will ask in this moment what any of you would like to do.
Send you a message.
Alright,
Yes.
last time I put a spear up to the girl's back and she was fine, and then I didn't put a spear on this woman and
Stealth
she
check.
wasn't fine. Greenie, you make the choice.
You make the call. All right.
Shit hits the fan, they just pull us out and battle dies. It's fine.
That's not fine. But I've never been in a situation like this before. This is not my expertise. I don't know what to do here.
Okay,
I
fine.
need outlets.
Miss, lady, ma'am,
Sorry.
Vulcan Ed, what's up?
You stop. In this moment, we aren't going to see, or rather, we won't hear the words. Because it wasn't like a true nat 20 success into this, but you did destroy. I will have to say this out loud. Black Opal, on nat 13, you could find what you're looking for, but it could kill you. Like, kill you.
Shit.
It could. I'm saying could. Sorry, it's not a true set in stone. The scene we watch slowly start to emerge. Val is in a classroom. starting to ace every answer in these questions coming up on her own personal data pad, going through test after test. We see a teacher come over and offer some sort of unspoken word in this vast silence now filling the room. We see Val kind of cock the head to the side, maybe out of curiosity. The teacher leans over and pulls up what looks to be fast track to the Vulcan Science Institution. This young woman kind of looks at this for a moment, and you see across the room the same O'Connor from before, who now much older, also like Val, you know, that like now well into what we would call like maybe close to adult, does not have that on his data pad. Instead, you see on the data pad immediately pulling up the Archaeologist Guild and starts looking through some different photos. As the scene comes to this kind of close.
Am I only allowed to bring into the scenes if I have a nat 20?
Not on a nat 20, but by getting only the nat... It's like getting a nat 20, the 3 successes. There's a lot that can help give more to the scenes in this
The
moment.
more successes, the more we get out.
The more we can get. Right now, this was kind of a very basic, like, seeing this. The scene comes to a close. And you guys are in the rocky wilderness of Vulcan. Far off in the distance, without perception check needed, rocks are starting to tumble into a void. And all of you hear a low, deep growl, shall we say. Far in the distance, there is what looks to be Val's home. But it is many meters away. I would ask in this moment, are we going to try to just walk there? Do you guys want to try to talk to each other as you go? Or you could just, like, all out start sprinting, trying for athletics checks just to, like, book it.
So I could scoop Dahina and fly, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't want to leave you high and dry, you know? But you're too big for me to carry.
Understandable.
What's the idea? Flying up?
Flat sprint, I feel like, is safer after I've already been attacked twice.
Okay. Stay close to me in case something happens, so we can just jump up and see what needs to happen at that. If crap hits the fan.
Start sprinting, but let's, like, a held action.
Like, I pretty much
fly.
have my hand on the cuff of her collar, so it's like if something happens,
just in
it's
case we
like
can
a
start
kitten,
flying up.
just like.
Yeah, right. Here's what I'll say then. Can everyone make me an athletics check? Not Val. Actually, that's important to know. Val, though, in this moment, can you make me another death saving throw?
Currently, with my -2,
Success.
it's a 12.
12.
2 successes, 2 failures.
I have a minus something
wait.
on strength as well, don't I?
Yes, because
I'm
Dahina, you have lost 2 points of strength. So what's your original strength score? Like, what's the larger number
16.
on your strength?
I'm still raging, and it's a strength
The
check.
big number?
Mhm.
13.
13.
Athletics is
So right
strength.
now it's only a 11, so you just don't have a plus to your strength right now.
Okay.
So right now it's just basically a flat roll.
Just whatever I roll.
Because I'm still in my rage, I get advantage on that strength
Yes,
check.
you do.
It's a 16.
16,
Marginally better. Nice.
19.
19, excellent.
I just have like emaciated muscles. Like, we can go!
I got this, guys.
And I think I'm proficient, so it would have my proficiency.
Yes, it would.
So
Plus 16. 16. All of you pass then the DCs needed. Sprinting behind, you hear A methodic, rhythmic noise, deep, low bass that kind of hums inside your ear, running through. All of you are noticing that your legs, arms, body are feeling that tired, acidic burn to them, even though it's not truly running, but as if your spirits themselves are slowly just overexerting themselves, that your minds in here are starting to get tired. Approaching, you see Val's household, where you first initially were going until the communication came in. Standing up on a balcony, you see Val. Val has black cords coming out of each of her limbs into the darkness behind the balcony. And Val is not moving currently. What do people want to try to do?
Stealth.
Stealth? Go for it. Make a check.
So she's like is there like a railing on this balcony, or is she just like...
Bit of a railing. What we'd call that, like, classic 3 foot, 3.5. 22.
14 plus 8.
That beats Val's passive. You stealth in. You guys watch Val straighten up as a hand kind of reaches upward to the side, pulls out a phaser, points it at Gibbon. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Everyone?
That includes Val.
Nat 20.
Holy
These, I'll
shit.
tell you, these are my Toast Boy dice, and I'm gonna use, they're my favorite dice.
Nat 20 is going to put Gibbon going
Nat
first. Did
20,
anyone
it
else
was- it's
roll
not even the
20 or
number, it's just
higher?
the dope signal.
Didn't we get that 15 to 20 range?
Oh, I got 19 plus 7, so 26.
26 for Black Opal.
18 total.
18.
14.
14. And
He was showing me his cool dice, so I missed the first.
Sorry.
14 for Dahina.
They are cool.
And on a natural 1, something will be going last.
It's the ghost. The ghost of Christmas past.
It's O'Connor.
The ghost of Christmas O'Connor.
Gibbon, you're going first. Whatever is, shall we say, puppeting Dahina has pointed her phaser at you.
So how far away is Dahina, Val, from me right now?
Val is what we would call about 40 feet diagonal, or 30 if we were to go like straight up and then straight up the wall to the balcony.
So I think I'm gonna... This is unfortunate. Can I free action hurt myself to stay in my rage?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and take 1 point of damage as I just like slap my thigh. I'm running 30 feet straight forward, so she probably couldn't be able to see me unless she like, you know. And then I'm activating my wings or my jetpack, and I'm running up the wall next turn.
Yep. You
Or
run
actually,
out.
if I didn't take my action,
Yeah.
I'm
You could
gonna
dash.
use dash to go up and just hide just low enough under the wall
Mhm.
that she has to move forward
Yeah.
in order to.
You rush. Black Opal, that's you.
Sorry, Greenie.
Fancy stuff still doesn't work. I am going to. Dang. I can Zephyr Strike and move an extra 30 feet. No, I'm just gonna Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
But am am I able to aim my hunter's mark at like the tendrils coming out of the owl?
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
You hunter's mark and aim for the tendrils themselves.
And then I'm going to sneakily
Sneak
move
is fun.
and then action dash to try and get kind of crawl up on the wall and like.
Heck yeah. I will say with the action dashing, it's not as much as if you had a true climb speed, but it's definitely gonna start getting you up there to start maybe getting up to that area.
And I'm still trying to stay sneaky, hidden.
Val, at the start of your turn, would you give me a death save in the box of doom? As we are now into doom. I don't wanna.
Val's life force is being sucked.
Zuck.
The Zuck must suck.
What is it?
It's a 19.
Hey!
You're welcome.
My range.
You're welcome. Val,
Get zucked.
My pure annoyance of Gibbon.
because
is
you have
keeping me
succeeded
alive.
thrice,
No, that was Lincoln.
I know.
here's the choice you have. You can have your turn to yourself.
Okay.
As Val, you are having
Having.
enough semblance of
O'Connor?
thought to realize that you are in your home on the balcony and you see people have run up at you. Like down below you, Dahina's still very visible. Offside, Opal has just. I will say, people are still like coming up now. But what would you like to try to do as the owl in this moment?
Where is Evil Val?
You don't see evil Val.
You have a skill check for that.
My insight?
Where are my
Or
eyes?
perception.
Where are my eyes?
Perception. They took my eyes.
Where are my wristicles right?
Perception?
Perception.
Really use those for perception. What's up?
9.
9. You don't see that.
Can that be my
counterpart.
free check then?
Mhm. Oh yeah, no, it's a free check to help with the turn.
Do I notice that Gibbon is hurt?
You actually,
Yikes.
fun fact, Gibbon is underneath
You can't see.
So running up, I will be nice enough to say maybe you got the semblance of Gibbon didn't look great, but you don't know where Gibbon is because you would have to move.
Okay, I have control of some of my senses.
Yeah.
Object interaction, I'm taking my med pack.
Okay.
Basically the ability
Oh, I see
for
what you're doing.
people for me to cast Cure Wounds if somebody uses something inside of it, or cast Healing Word, and I toss it out to Tahina.
Oh, so Dahina, you grab that med pack
And
which
then
has
in
the free
words,
cure
you know.
wounds.
There's some other self of me here.
Silence.
Do not trust her.
Your mouth is closed.
Oh, I gotta know, did she take over in that moment? You gotta say something. Come on,
Yeah.
come on. Story-wise, what'd she say?
The owls. You are saying this, and all of you watch. There's enough of. The owl's eyes go black. Unacceptable. As. Well, they can't act for a while. But Dahina, that makes your turn. That's what I get for rolling a nat 1.
I just imagine the lemon guy
So-
from.
Dahina,
Adventure
you
Time.
got like basically the owl threw down her med pack. A lot of
Oh, no,
these
Val's
like
turning
high
into
intensive
lemon
shots,
lemon
basically
grab?
a free
Is that
cure
what you're
wounds,
saying?
hit points back to like if Gibbon needs it, yourself, anyone. So you've got that though, but you do see that the owl who was talking normally has suddenly eyes black, like re-puppeted somehow. Something's going on there. Would you like to make a check to see what else is going on, or do you want to try attacking something?
Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, you're good. You have options of like maybe you could attack like the owl. Maybe it's not like if we hit her, maybe something will happen.
Could I use the med pack on the owl?
Ooh, yes, you could. Here's what I will say: you're gonna run forward. Then, what it would be is because you could like it's your action is dashing, shall we say, like extra, like really sprinting, because you're trying to get up to this balcony area where the owl is. What it would be is a pure acrobatics check. to climb and push off. Because again, you've got now 2 beefy boys, shall we call them. One with a couple extra limbs, and Gibbon, who's like on the underside, who could help you get up there. But it will still be a DC 13 acrobatics check. And let's make it in the box of doom. Because if you can get up there and bonus action cure wounds, something cool might happen. So, if you would like to roll it in the box of doom.
And is there anything that I add to that?
Your acrobatics skill.
Let me look at that first.
Yes, yeah. Get the idea of what we're working with Dahina. Yeah.
What are we looking at?
What are we
Acrobatics.
working?
What are we looking
Alrighty.
What's it saying?
That is a 9.
Okay. +3.
That makes 12.
So
Unfortunately,
Enough?
does not beat the DC needed by 1. Very close, but Dahina, as
hey,
you
can
run
Can
up.
cast guidance on herself because she has my med pack?
Unfortunately, well, the med pack right now is we would have to hold it to become the bonus action. So it's like you could have used it as like, ooh, guidance, I get a D4, but then you can't use the med pack on Val. You rush up, grab one of Gibbon's free arms, helps lift you up. Gibbon then grabs the other. Dahina, you are almost up, and I will say you are so close, but you are like hanging off the edge of the balcony. Kind of like how Gibbon, you're on the underside, Dahina's now on the other, and Black Opal, you're kind of like on that wall heading up too. All of you just immediately like, let's go, whew, rushing upwards, but are just out of the way. This makes the Nat 1 creature.
Yay.
You all hear, you are all intruders in my mind. Therefore, you must be eliminated with extreme violence and prejudice.
Logical.
Quite logical, if you ask me.
We didn't.
The owl speaks.
Yeah, it gives up your stealth for that.
The ground behind you rushing forwards and downwards as it crumbles and dissolves away. A creature is going to appear out of the darkness, and you watch a shadowy, dark vision of the owl step forward. Once I eliminate you, I will be whole. This creature
Yeah,
is
I'm like, you weren't whole before we got here, so.
creature is going to move around, and it's going to take a couple attacks. Gibbon, you
Yes.
are closest to this creature as it first appears, but Dahina, you're going to get one of its offhand attacks. It does have a multi-attack, so 2 attacks coming
Does
Gibbon.
it appear right beside me, or does it come up on me?
It's kind of like appearing out of the shot and coming right up to the edge of the balcony to like be able to lean down
Okay, cool.
and see.
I'm taking my opportunity attack on
Hell yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Hit him.
Alright, +0. That sucks so much. Oh, wait, but I'm raging.
You're raging,
So
my
that
guy.
does give me advantage, right?
Still advantage. Hell yeah.
You failed me.
You have failed me for the last
It rolled a
time.
5 and the 10, and I assume its AC is better than 10.
It is better than 10.
Well,
Unfortunately.
I just like swing at it.
It is coming in. 2 attacks coming off. That was only an 11 to hit on the first one on a natural 3.
Sorry. I should not do caffeine.
Does a 15 hit?
No, it does not.
Damn.
Bitch.
Saving your life as damage coming out.
We're
Oh,
just
wait,
like,
hey,
can,
just
we,
take
can
a
we just say
gamble.
we're exchanging some really
Wanna
badass,
do
like
a gamble?
anime style
It is
Hey,
blows?
very-
DM, will you be kind to a new player
What?
and listen to the idea if you want to do it?
So I have shield spell. Can I use that?
This is how you
Shield
use a
spell.
reaction.
Actually, you
It's-
can save the shield spell
Because
because
she missed both
she
of them
was
on me.
missing both of
Oh,
Gibbon.
okay.
But you might need it for you because her last attack that she can do is able to like turn and like basically just
Okay.
uppercut you. Like these attacks, I will say, are like the owl's hands. The gloves shrivel off, and these large, elongated shadow claws are just reaching down, trying to rake up Gibbon's back.
You're gonna come vouch for me. My hands don't
She
look
does
good.
turn and just start trying to punch you, Dahina. Oof.
So that's why Val's always wearing those.
Dahina, does a 17 hit your armor class?
Mm-hmm.
What is your current armor class, though? The AC number.
13.
13. If you cast shield in this moment, your AC would bump to 18, and it would miss.
It should still be higher because of wearing the standard uniform. It just hasn't been changed.
Oh, yeah.
I brought it up last time.
So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
already, it
Standard
should be
armor
higher.
bump.
So, casting shield, though, will get it above to then a 19, I believe. And so you can cast shield on yourself. As you go in, you just reacted as quick vibro shield expands out. She tries to punch you and kind of breaks her finger against the shield coming off.
Offset claw.
You broke my nail.
That was the
That's a
turn. That is back to the top of the order. Gibbon.
Give me.
Alright. Hey, it's Gibbon.
Hey, it's Gibbon.
So, oh crap, I had sorry. Oh! Everything that was on our person is with us in this dream reality,
Kind of
right?
manifested here.
And it's, anything that we use isn't necessarily used in real life, correct?
Don't you fucking dare.
I'm gonna reach into my satchel and pull out
A rat.
a keg, pop it, chug it down. Is that bonus action or action?
That's an object interaction.
Sweet. So let me just
You're
double
chugging a juice. As guest starring for the others, got a bit of a present from the Gortachi on a planet they visited for a first contact, and Gibbon was given a gift of a free, quick advantage on everything round juice.
Yeah. So I chugged that. It's not gonna do a ton other
I
than
just
if
thought
you.
it was a cool ship.
Yeah,
yeah. I got a one-time use, one round thing, but it's a two-time use now because we're in the dreamscape. I'm not using the real thing. That is
Power of the
a
mind.
14 to hit.
14 hits exactly. Die.
This is the first time I'm hitting this round, so that means I get my extra d6
Oh,
of
damn, this
radiant,
is gonna
and
hurt.
I'm gonna burn my last one or two. One second, let me double check.
All of them.
My last two charges, so that's gonna be 3d8 plus 1d6 radiant.
Shit, this is gonna hurt.
Flat. You guys want to send a singular kid to school? I need a d8.
The D8.
Yeah, I'll send my son off.
My son!
Oh!
What did it roll? What did it roll? It counts because it touched Lincoln.
That's a 4.
All right, one of
Okay,
them's a
I'll
4.
I'll put one of mine back.
One of them's a 4.
I'm sorry!
It legally touched
I was
Lincoln,
trying to
therefore
do
the
it,
dice
you
counts.
That's 12 radiant damage.
That does double to
Sorry.
24.
You're good.
I was trying to throw it at you.
Oh my
just so
god.
I aimed too high!
Just like thunk.
I went too big.
So yeah,
My
24
My son
radiant
really wanted to
damage.
go to school.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my bonus action swipe at her.
Bonus action. You already hit hard, looking hurt again with that doubled up radiance. Go ahead, bonus action swipe.
It's gonna do so pitifully little if I even hit, but I have advantage on it. It's a 19 for the upper one hit one.
19 hits.
If I roll less, I guess I can't do negative damage.
You can't
But if
actually.
I
You can't, yeah.
oh, I thought you said you can, and I was like, wait.
In the mindscape, yes. No, yeah, right. In this mode, it's
So I have
at
to
least
roll a
one.
3 or a 4.
To
I have to
even-
roll a 4. Otherwise, I do 1 damage.
Believe in yourself.
That's 1 damage.
One damage.
But it can't. You can't have down to 0.
Can't
So that is
resist-
1
You
damage.
give it just full on fisticuff, in the face. Yeah.
I'm so weak right now, guys. You guys are doing a lot more damage. I promise.
Hell yes. Gibbon, excellent turn. Black Opal, that does make you.
Yay.
Yay.
I am going to finish my sneaking
Yes.
up to the behind Val
Mhm.
And
Behind Arbal or